Lynch. Lynch right straight up the middle across the 40, so he has a first down. And we finally push him back just short of the 45-yard line after a gain of about 8 yards on the play.
Yeah, we had a host of Bulldogs there, but not before he had gained quite a good amount of yards. Got a first down for Lindale to start here in the second half.
All right, Lynch for 9 out to the 45. Another first down for the Eagles. They have it at the Bulldog 45-yard line. Lindale getting the kickoff here in the second half. We received the first half kickoff. And again, our defense needs a stop here. Already down by 5 points. Price again is in the gun. Receiver to each side. And here's a handoff to a man coming to his right. And he is stopped after a 5-yard pickup on the play.
Yeah, Jackson got him first. Jackson's pulling himself out of the game. He's got a little shoulder, like a shoulder problem. And but not before he gained 5 yards.
All right, so Trent Jackson comes out, and going in to replace him is going to be D.K. Callaway, 5'8", 170-pound junior. Second and 5 for Lindale at midfield. Ball on the right hash. Just underway here in the second half. We're 90 seconds into the third quarter. Lindale leading Carthage 19-14. Price again is in the gun. Twins to the left, one to the right. A wing on the right, and here is Price handing off to Price makes it. Now he keeps it himself around the right side, and he is down close to the 45-yard line for a gain on the play of about 5 yards, and it's another first down.
And like Coach said, we're not attacking him, and we had a man right there when he faked the handoff that should have been attacking the quarterback, and he was just reading him. He got away from him.
So the ball just across the Carthage 45 with 10:07 to play in the third quarter. Lindale leading 19-14, and they're on the move again, taking the second half kickoff. This time he fakes it, keeps it again, does Price, and he's down to about the 40-yard line and stopped there after a gain of 5.
Yeah, pretty good run up the middle. Back to the running back, and he holds it in there a second or so, and you really can't tell what he's going to do. And he's very effective.
He's very effective. That's a great way to describe it. Very effective at that play. You don't know whether the running back's going to wind up with it or Price is going to pull it out of his grasp and keep it himself. Second and 5. This time Price hands off to AC. AC trying to go left. He's hemmed in pretty good, but he does manage to pick up about 3 yards, it appears.
Yeah, he did. Well, we had him. He just kind of let him at the last second gain a yard or two. And Surratt's out there screaming at somebody. I don't know. No, that's Eric Robbins.
That's Eric Robinson.
Yeah.
AC picked up 4 on the play. Picked up 4, and it's now third down and 1. Third and a long one for Lindale at the Carthage 36. 8:55 to go in the third quarter, so they've held it for over 3 minutes here in the third stanza after taking the second half kickoff. Price with the snap, hands off to Lynch. Lynch going left side, and he has a first down at about the 35, maybe the 34-yard line. First and 10, Lindale.
Good play by Dakota Hardy, strung that play out. And it really was a pretty good play. They didn't get very much yardage, but they got enough, looks like, for the first down.
So Lindale has kept it on the ground entirely in this drive, and they've just marched it 2, 5, 6 yards at a time down the field, down to the Carthage 34. The ball is on the left hash. They have yet to put it up in the air here in the second half. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Snap back to Price in the gun. Snap, play action fake. He rolls to his right. He wants to throw it. Being pressured, throws it, and it is almost intercepted by Ricky Ingram, knocked away. Ingram timed that one perfectly and had to dive to try to come up with it as he cut right in front of the intended receiver. Almost got it.
Yeah, and the quarterback was retreating back. He was getting flushed out. What we have not seen here tonight is us making a penetration and getting a tackle for a loss. You know, they're already into our end of the field before we tackle them, whether it's 1 yard or 10. We're not getting in there and getting one in the backfield.
Second down and 10. Well, our defensive coaches are motioning something. All right, here is the handoff to Lynch coming to the right to the 30, 25, and he's out of bounds over, let's see, about the 22-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 12 and a first down for Lindale.
Yeah, Lindale's got a bunch of seniors, and you tell they're disciplined big.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Carthage 22. Again, no huddle. They go up the line of scrimmage, and once they get up there, then the entire team turns, in this case, to the left, to the Lindale sideline to get the call. 1st and 10 at the Carthage 22. Handoff Lynch. Lynch over the left side to the 10, to the 20. Cuts inside to about the 18. A gain of 4 for Lynch.
Ricky Ingram's solo tackled out there on him. Ricky's had a pretty good game tonight. We got 8:01 left here in the third quarter. We're trailing 19-14. They are inside the 20.
And I tell you what, at this point right here, it does not look good. And Lindale with a 5-point lead, and they've got the momentum on this drive. We need a big play somewhere here quickly on this Lindale drive. All right, 2nd and 6. Here's Price handing off AC. AC left side, stopped after a short gain there. That's going to be a gain of only about 2.
Yeah, we played that pretty well defensively, and strung the play out to the outside, and we had a linebacker make a tackle.
So now it's at the 16-yard line, and it is 3rd down and 6.
This is when we need a good play. Right here.
3rd down and 6 for Lindale at the Carthage 16-yard line. Big one here coming up. Can we force them into a field goal attempt? Of course, they may go for it on 4th down. Who knows? All right, Price is in the gun. Snap back to him. And let's see, Price keeps it himself after a fake, and he's down to the 10, and inside the 10, he gets the 1st down. I think at the 9-yard line, it's going to be 1st and goal Lindale at our 9 after a 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, he kept it right up the middle, and had pretty good blocking up in there. And they hadn't broke a long one on us, but they're just nickel and diming us the whole time.
All right, 1st and goal Lindale at the Carthage 9-yard line. Okay, Dustin, if they don't score here, we're going to come down to you after this play for your quick thoughts. All right, handoff goes to Lynch. Lynch right side. Lynch into the end zone. They do score. 9-yard run by Lynch, and that ups the lead to 25-14. Lynch for 9 yards, and now Lindale is up by 11 points.
Yeah, they're going to bring the kickoff team, kick the team in, try to kick the extra point. But 6:42 left. They used up about half the quarter of the ball, and now can go ahead 26-14 here.
All right, they are going to try to kick it, evidently. Swinburne, their outstanding kicker, boots it away. Boy, that is a nice-looking kick, long, and it is inside the left upright. It is good, 26-14. Lindale on top, 6:42 to play the third back right after this.
Courtney Construction of Carthage knows the oil field and pipeline business. Courtney Construction provides equipment and labor for pipeline jobs, facility installations and repairs, compressor stations, pit closures and reclamations. Courtney Construction can provide the equipment, personnel, and resources required to install up to 24-inch pipe. Courtney Construction has the labor, the equipment, and the know-how. So call 903-694-2911. Courtney Construction, Highway 79 North in Carthage.
Open the door to new opportunities with Farmers State Bank. Whatever your banking needs may be, Farmers State Bank can help. We care about your financial well-being and want to help you make the right decision. Come in and let our friendly, knowledgeable staff tell you about the different products and services available to meet those needs. If you do not know how easy banking at Farmers State Bank can be, let us show you today. We cannot wait for you to join our family. Farmers is an FDIC member and equal housing lender.
All right, 6:42 to play in the third. I was watching Eric Robinson, one of our co-defensive coordinators, and boy, he's hot down there as he talks to the defense. He's thrown his cap down on the track twice to make his point. All right, Swinburne ready to kick off. The Dogs now down by 2 scores. So we need a drive right here. And as Mark pointed out, they kept it for almost half the third quarter, over 5 minutes. Here's a high kick over to the far sideline, and we take it at the 28.
found out a little bit late in the second half that we could run that ball the outside. And, you know, Tevin has like 3 rushes that are amasses most of his yardage, you know.
Tevin does have 116 yards, but a lot of that came on just a few rushes, as you said. All right, Bogan shoots under center. Handoff goes to Pipkin. Pipkin coming left, 30, 35, 40. Dodges, gets away from one tackler at the 42, but then is snowed under at about the 43-yard line. That's going to be a gain on the play of 14 for Pipkin as he went to the left once again.
And again, we're getting to the outside, and when we do, he's quicker than most of them, you can tell. They had to gang around him then to get it. So we're going to keep running that play. They stop it.
All right, we'll go down. Dustin, we're going to go down to you after this next play. I know you were down there close to that defensive huddle, and we'd like to hear what was going on. All right, 1st and 10 for the Dogs out at the 44-yard line. That was a 15-yard gain there for Pipkin. 1st and 10 Dogs at their own 44. Bogan shoots under center. One receiver to the right, and here's Bogan shoots. Play action fake. Now he's going to throw it, and it's incomplete. That was intended for Go Reed, who was split to the right, came in motion to the left, and could not get the pass. All right, Dustin.
Yeah, Coach Robinson was out there telling the defense, and he was trying to rally them up. You know, they kind of got their heads down, and their offensive line getting such a push on our defensive line. I mean, like Mark said, they're chipping away. We're not giving up any big runs, but he was just trying to rally them up and get them to get in there and play hard, play assignment football, make the right calls, look at him after every play, get their heads up, and play hard. Basically, just trying to keep their heads up. It's gonna be hard to stop this offense, but we're gonna need 2 stops here before the end of the game to get back in it with us scoring.
All right, here's Bogan shoots in the gun. He throws it to Pope on a screen. Pope trying to get loose, cannot. Stopped at the 45. That's going to be a gain of only 1 on the play. Now a big 3rd down coming up, and boy, you can just feel Lindale getting more confidence as they go along right here.
Well, we threw a quick screen out there. We missed a block. If we would have gotten that one block, there's no telling where Pope would have gone then. And so the little things are going in their favor, like the tackling of us in the first half.
All right, 3rd and 9 for the Dogs at their own 45. Ball is on the left hash. Bogan shoots under center. Here's Bogan shoots. He's going to go with a screen. It's caught by Pipkin. Pipkin trying to get loose, and he will not be able to. He does pick up about 5 yards, but we needed 9 on the play. And so what will Coach Surratt do? 4th down and 4 at midfield, trailing by 12 points.
Yeah, we had that set up pretty well, though, but the blockers ran off and left the runner, and he was in there by himself. So we're going to go for it.
All right, Carthage going for it. 4th down and 4 at the midfield marker. 4th and 4. Bogan shoots in the gun. Looks over now to the sideline. 10 seconds still left on the play clock. Now 6 seconds left on the play clock. Now 3 seconds. Snap back to Bogan shoots. Bogan shoots going to go deep down the near sideline for Pope, and it is going to be knocked away at the last second by the Lindale defender down to the 10-yard line. Pretty good play there by the Lindale secondary.
Yeah, I mean, we had a perfect pass, too. It was right there, and he just the last second knocked it out. Pope had his body in front of him, was shielding him away, but the ball, if it had been thrown just a little further, it probably been better, but coach is talking to him, good play. So we just got to play defense now.
All right, Dogs need a stop, down by 12. Lindale gets it back, 4:27 to play in the 3rd. Not looking good right now, but we need a stop. All right, Dogs in white uniforms again with red numbers. They wear a red helmet with a white C on each side of it. Lindale is in blue uniforms with white numbers, and they have it 1st and 10 at midfield. All right, Price, their senior quarterback, again, as usual, in the gun. Snap back to him. Hands it off this time. Big hole for AC to the 45-40, inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line. 13 for AC on the run to the right.
And the defensive lineman right there just got faked out of